Man, I walked in the shop ready to cut and press a shirt so I can get it shipped off real fast, and guess what happened? I went to go press cut and it says I need a firmware update. So I know the very first time when I opened my Cameo 4, I had to update the firmware and I couldn't figure out because I connected it to Bluetooth and all that stuff. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to update your firmware on your Cameo. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle, and I help people start t-shirt businesses from home or wherever you at. And like I said, we're going to update our Cameo 4's firmware right after the intro. Okay, so before I actually show you guys in the computer what you got to do, the very first thing is you cannot update your firmware via Bluetooth. You have to actually plug it in. And this is kind of something that like bothered me, but not really bothered me, but messed with me. I'm like, why I can't just update it? But you got to think about it rebooting and reconnecting. So when your Cameo 4 cuts itself off and updates itself and all of that stuff, it's not going to be reconnected back to your computer to get the information that it needs. So we're going to actually have to take and plug up a USB cord. I really just use one USB cord throughout my machines, my printer, because everything's using Wi-Fi except for this little printer here. So I'm going to need to go ahead and plug up my USB cord to my Cameo. And once I've done that, I get to jump right into the computer and get it going. So let's hop in there and get to it. Okay, so I need to cut this design and I need to update my firmware. And right now you see, right here we see Cameo 4. This is the Bluetooth symbol. This is the hard connection symbol. We're going to click the hard connection symbol and it's going to automatically tell us that it's firmware update available, update now, right? But if we were try to go ahead and connect or print via the USB one, it's not going to let us print. And let me see if it'll actually tell us again that it needs to update the firmware. See, having connection troubles. It says available, but it's blue and it's not. Earlier, it did say you need to actually update firmware, but I can't get it to show that display that message again. Nonetheless, when it tells you that, you're going to want to hardwire it like we did, and then you want to go to the USB version. And all I'm going to do is very simple, is click update now. It's don't switch Cameo off, and we're just going to let this go ahead and run its process. Okay, so the firmware was done. It took about 3 minutes. It will go ahead and recycle. I did shut down Silhouette Studios and shut down my Cameo and restarted them. I don't know why. That's just the way that I like to do it. And now, if you look, everything here is done and ready to cut. Let's open up a design here. And we are no longer connected via USB. So I'm going to go ahead and hit send. I got my glitter settings up here. Actually, this is the first time cutting. This is a different glitter than I'm used to using. So I'm going to send off a test cut via Bluetooth. And it's working fine. So that right there solves your issue. If you had any problems updating your firmware, we see that. It's very simple to do. Plug up your Cameo 4. Put it in, select the wired version, which is the USB wired version in the actual computer, and it'll automatically say, hey, firmware is available. You click that update, and it just takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're good to go. I did restart again the Cameo and the computer, and I sent a cut, and I can't see here, but should have a test cut somewhere here. So we got our little test cut here. Go ahead and lift there, and we can see it here. I want to change my cut settings for this glitter, make it a little firmer, and then we're going to move forward. I hope this helps you guys out when it comes to updating your firmware. This has been your boy Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace. Okay, so we're at the T-Shirt Side Hustle website, and I'm going to show you guys how to request an actual video. So I'm just going to go to menu, I'm going to go to resources, and then here's cut settings, stay and suggested heat presses, and then video request. Okay, here it basically just says, I'm not going to promise you that I'll get to everybody, but whenever I'm looking for an idea or something to make a video on, I will check this page and see what you guys have. This is a lot better than leaving it in the comments, although you can leave it in the comments and I'll see it. But if I don't get to that video right away, I'll forget about it. But come over here and place your suggestions. So now I can just come to this list and pull up some videos, ideas, and then go ahead and go through them. So you just put your name, your email, and you leave a comment with your suggestion, and then it'll get posted and I'll see it. Everybody will see it and check the list for your idea first, and then